Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use free mockups to enhance your digital products to sell on Etsy. And stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to make your own free mockup in Photoshop. So before we begin, I'm just gonna let you take a look at one of my designs. So this is a card that I made a while back, and I've used some commercially licensed plant clip art and some animal clip arts that I painted myself. And then I created this card, and before listing it on my Etsy, I created this image, which is what's called a mock-up. So I didn't actually print the card. Well, I did print it. I do kind of test printings, but I didn't take a picture of the actual printing. What I did was I purchased a mock-up, a card or an invitation mock-up, which would be like a blank card here, and then the envelope, and then the two little plant sprigs. And it allowed me to insert my design and then use this as an example so that people can see it and see what it would look like printed. And so when you're selling your own art and designs on Etsy, you're going to want to create mock-ups like this. And this is another design that I made for my card, a little thank you card with the same animals and a little thank you tag. And you're going to want to create mock-ups for these designs before you sell them. It's just going to be easier for people to trust in the design and have a better idea of what it looks like. So you don't always have to purchase the mock-ups, even though I purchased some of them. Some of the mock-ups I use, I did find online for free. And so we're going to take a look at one of those today. The only thing that you need to be aware of when you search for free mock-ups online is that they give you the rights for personal and commercial use. So you cannot use any mock-ups to sell items if you do not have the commercial use for it. So this is a mock-up that I found. I just Googled like invitation mock-up, and then I browsed until I found one that allowed for personal and commercial use. And what we're going to do is, I have Photoshop opened up right now. I'm going to also open up my design. So I've opened up my JPEG of my card. I'm going to go back to my mockup layer. And this is what's called a Photoshop Smart layer. So you look for the file that says place artwork here. You click on it. It opens it up right here. And then this is where you put your own design. So you grab it, and then you drop it down, and then I have to adjust the size. And I'm not sure why mine doesn't fit exactly right, but that's okay. Then you save that. You go back to the mock-up, and then your design is right there. And I do have the links to these free mock-ups that I'm showing you today, and I'll link them in the description box below. I'll just show you really quick. So, okay, so this is what you'll look for. When you look for the free mock-ups, you go down and you look. It says free to use personally and commercially. The link back to the website is compulsory. So you download it, and yeah, it says the file type is PSD, and usually it says somewhere else that they use smart layers, and that's what we use there. That just means that you don't have to place the image directly on here. You click on a special little clipping mask layer, drop it in, and then it just fits perfectly into that. So there's the mock-up for the card. What you would do is you would end up saving, oopsie, didn't mean to do that. You'd save it as a JPEG file, and then you would load it onto your Etsy shop into the thumbnails as a JPEG. And so I'll link that free mockup in the description box. We're going to also take a look at, I'm going to exit out of these. And we're going to take a look at another mockup. So this is a picture frame mockup. And as you can see, it shows you really easily. It says add photo here, so it's really easy. You just open that up. And then I'll open up the design I made, just a simple text, drop it in, and then what I did is, if you're not familiar with Photoshop, let's say I just dropped it in and oh my gosh, it's too big. What I do is make sure I'm selected that layer that I want to change the size. Go to Edit, go down to Free Transform, grab a corner, and it's going to transform it without changing the dimensions. It's just going to change the size, but it's not going to make it like super wonky. And this is a little too big. Yeah, the mockup isn't an ideal size, but that's okay. I don't want that extra color there. Maybe I don't want that either, so I'm gonna create a layer underneath. Grab, oops, no, it won't let me. Grab my paint bucket, make sure it's on white, and then just color it in. I'm gonna press save, and there is the mockup for the picture frame. And so these are just really simple ways that you can enhance your listings on Etsy and show people what it would look like if they printed out your digital products and then put it in their house. And it's super easy to do. So those are two examples. I'm also going to show you how to create your own. It's not going to look as amazing as those, but if you just want a simple way to create your own, like let's say you have like a different theme in mind, or let's go to unsplash.com. This is a place where you can use free and free photos. They're free to use commercially. And I'm just going to look for a background. I'm going to type in flat lay. And I'm going to pick one. This would be a good one to use if your design was kind of pink. Mine is a little too rustic looking. I don't think I'd want to use flowers. I might want to use, this one might be useful. I'll download it and see. And so these are free to use. And then it's always nice to copy the text below and give credit to the person that took the photograph. And that's a good one too. So when you're looking for photos to use for backgrounds, Unsplash is an awesome site for that. I like that one a lot, but it might be too dark. That one's good too. So those are just some examples. Let's try it with the photo that I've got. I'm just going to open that photo. And we're going to try it with my invitation. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So grab the invitation and pull it into that photo that you wanted in. I'm going to free transform it, and then see, I want to rotate it a bit. Okay, And so as you can see, it's just kind of blending in a little too much with the ground, or with that background. So what you're going to do is double click on the layer of the design. If you see it says layer style, go all the way down to drop shadow, and then you can see it's created a drop shadow like if it was on an actual table resting. It might be a little too dark. The way that you can adjust the drop shadow, you click drop shadow, you can change the opacity, make it really dark, make it a bit lighter. You can also move the drop shadow. It's a little too much. I think I want it to be a little less dark. You can also change the size, so make it a lot smaller. That might be good. Let's take a look. Okay, so, and there you go. That's a simple way to make a drop shadow. I think the background is a little too bright, because now my card is blending in. I might, well, that didn't really change anything. I'll change the shadows. But I can change the shadows a bit, and then I might just change my drop shadow a little bit more. There. Okay. So that's a quick way to make your own mock-up in Photoshop and create a drop shadow, and there you have it. So thank you so much for watching. I will leave the links to the things that I used in the video below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and let me know in the comments if there are any videos that you would like to see that have to do with kind of selling your own artwork and digital products. And, you know, stay tuned for more videos like this. All right, thank you so much.